welcome to Freehandly Made AU, My Autistic Life. My name's Nisi, and you're with me here in Big Sky, Montana, and you see little man's hand in the back saying hello. Oh, this morning was a rough start. However, I am on my way to the women's retreat. I wanted to go ahead and make this entry video really quick before Miss Lorraine gets into the Yukon, because I'm not sure if she wants to be on camera, you guys. I mean, just some people don't want to be on camera, and I'm not sure. So I just want to say hi, let you know I'm on my retreat. I'm going to try and take some pictures here and there. I chose not to take my crochet with me this year. Here is the challenge that I am doing for myself. If I bring my crochet items, I will find a quiet corner somewhere like I did last year, and I will stay there and hide there until it's Bible study time again, or dinner time, or lunchtime, or breakfast. And I won't do game night. I'll end up just in the room crocheting or in a quiet corner somewhere crocheting, and I'm not socializing. You all know I have a hard time socializing in real person in the real world. So the challenge is I'm not bringing my crochet. I'm nervous about it. I'm anxious because crochet actually is one of my stems. It's not just a special interest. It's how I stem. So it might not have been the smartest thing for me to do. We'll see. We're gonna see how it goes. If it ends up being a mistake, then next year I'll bring my crochet. So that's where we are at. I'm going to try to socialize as much as I can, and maybe I'll be able to get some pictures like I did last year. I didn't have a whole lot of pictures last year because frankly, you guys, we were busy, and you can't film when you're, at least I can't film when I'm socializing and visiting with people. So it may just be a very short video, just a little snippet here and there. You guys saw where we were staying last year, but I'll take a picture of it again just for those who didn't see my video last year. And that's what we'll do. Little man will be with me tonight, and then Mr. Handsome will be going to the camp to pick him up and bring him home tomorrow afternoon. So I'll have Saturday night alone with the ladies, and then Sunday we head home. So until then, you guys, I will talk to you very soon, and I will see you guys when camp is over, women's retreat is over, and I'll do my exit video. And then when I get home Sunday night, if I'm not too tired, I'll try and hit the YouTube streets to say hi to everybody. So until then, you guys, take care of yourselves, okay? I'll talk to you soon. It is cold, y'all. It is cold. It is so cold. All right, so what brings me here besides my fur baby wanting to visit? I want to let you guys know how the retreat went. Now, I want to dedicate this video to two people. The first person I want to dedicate this video to is to Claire from Woodshed Theory. My friend. The whole time I was at that retreat, I thought about you. I did. And I'll explain why in a minute. And the other person is to my friend Liz. Liz, you know who you are if you ever watch this. All right. I guess I need to give some credit to Mr. Handsome too, you guys. Yeah, so, yeah, Mr. Handsome gets credit too. All right. So, the retreat. I'm going to try and put a couple of pictures in this video for you guys so you can kind of see some pictures. I really only took very little. I took 2 pictures actually. That is it this year. I took a lot more last year. But there's a reason why I only took 2 this year. It was because I was too busy to take pictures. It was a lot going on. And Nisi was just trying to make it through. So, I am wearing, I need to hydrate. I am wearing my Woodshed Theory beanie and this wonderful scarf. Girl, I love it. Love it. Anyway, I bought this off her very first Etsy drop on her live. It was amazing. Anyway, and it's so warm, and it's actually got wool, and it's not bothering me too bad at all. It's not bothering me too bad. So I had to wear this for this video. All right, so the retreat. Liz and my husband wanted me to really try better this year to socialize and actually do game night. Last year I did not do game night. Last year I brought my crochet and all my yarn and my tools, and there was a spot in the back of the lodge where we had all of our sessions, Bible study sessions. There's a little quiet area behind the fireplace with some couches, and I hid behind there and I crocheted. Now, I did meet another person who actually was crocheting and brought their crochet stuff, so they actually joined me and we got to know each other, and that was great. But other than that, I did not go to game night. I actually retired early and I went to bed. So I socialized some, but not as much. This year, I ended up having to bring little man with me. Y'all, he did so amazing. He did so amazing that I got so many compliments of how well behaved our son is and how sweet our son is. I was so proud of him. So him being at the retreat did not cause a problem for me or anybody else at all. It was amazing. And during our breaks, I took time to be with my son, and that kind of helped me re-regulate because we went outside and did stuff away from people. We did foosball. We played this game called gutter ball, where you use pool table balls and you roll them and you try to knock the other person's balls into the gutter. Really fun. And then they had a basketball court, so little man and I shot hoops, and then they had a merry-go-round, and so I pushed him on the merry-go-round a little bit, and then they had swings as well, so we swung on the swings for a little bit. So it was a really good way for me to recenter, reset, get away from all the noise, and kind of get my head to stop buzzing like crazy. So that was a huge help. And last year, my friend Liz wanted me to do game night, and of course I didn't. So this year, I promised Liz that I was going to do game night. The kicker is, and the irony is, I didn't get to play with her for game night. I played with other people for game night because she was busy. Wow. But I did it, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a struggle, and there was many times where I was very overstimulated, and I just thought of my friend Claire, and I said, Claire will tell you, listen to your body cues. If you need to leave, you can leave. And I just heard Claire's voice in my head. And so it really helped. And I did listen to myself. And there was a couple of times where I volunteered in the kitchen for dish duty because it was quiet back there. And I knew I could do the dishes, which is a way I could stem in a healthy way because I didn't have my yarn. And the last thing I want to do was bite my nails off. And that's what I do when I'm getting overstimulated. I chew my nails. And so to keep me from doing that, I went and did dishes where it was quiet, and I was able to get in a space that was quiet, and I was able to relax, and I just stemmed away with doing the dishes. So it helped a lot. Outside that, we had a lot of fun. I learned a new game called golf, which I'm going to teach my husband how to play. It's a very fun game. I love it. I think I might even be a little obsessed with it. It's a card game. And I can't wait to teach him how to play it. We're probably going to play tomorrow night because he doesn't have to work on Sunday. And so Saturday nights, he tends to stay up late to spend time with little man and me. And I think I'm going to teach him how to play. So that was a lot of fun. I got to know a lady named Lorraine who goes to our church, and she's only here for a little bit during the year. When the winter hits, as soon as the snow hits, they get in their camper and they head back to Arizona, or they drive to Arizona. Actually, they don't have a camper; they have a place in Arizona. So they drive to Arizona and they stay in their place in Arizona until the snow melts and it gets warmer here, and then they come back. So I won't get to see Lorraine for a while because she's heading to Arizona. But I really got to know her, and the crazy thing is I volunteered to drive one person with me to the conference. Lorraine is the very first person I ever met at the church that we go to. Very first person. They were the first people to say hi to me and my husband. And I had no idea who this Lorraine person was. I knew her by face. I'm horrible with names, you guys. I knew her by face. And and we talk all the time when we see each other at church. Anyway, and so I met her at the gas station, and I really wanted a coffee really bad, but I'm like, no, I'm just gonna wait until I meet up with her. As soon as she got out of the car and I realized who she was, I kind of squealed a little bit. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's you! You're Lorraine? I can't believe I didn't know your name. You're the one I'm giving a ride? And she's like, yes. She goes, I thought it might be you, but I wasn't sure. We were both so excited that we were each other. And so anyway, we had a good time on the way to the retreat, and we swung by that little coffee hut, and we got ourselves, I got a pumpkin spice frappe, a size small, and then she got herself her coffee. She has her coffee very hot, and we got into I got to share a little bit of kind of my anxieties on the way there, some of my autistic traits that I have struggles with when it comes to being in a social setting. And I got to share with her some of my sensory issues that I have. And she was so encouraging and made me feel comfortable, and was just like, look, if you have a moment and you need to leave and just take a couple of breaths, do it. Don't worry about what anybody thinks. She's like, everybody will understand. And then she told me a little bit about her story and her background, and we had such a nice visit. She did most of the talking, I will admit, because I don't do a lot of talking. I'm a master listener. I will listen to you all day long. But I'm not a good person to conversate with. I'm really not. If you knew me, like we were in real life setting, you would get it. I'm not. So, but I listen really well. Anyway, and so I spent a lot of time with her on the retreat, and then I got to know a couple of the other ladies a lot better because we played games, and it was a really good time. The food was delicious. I had a good time. I will say though, when the retreat was over, I packed up fast. I cleaned up fast. I did my cleaning duties really fast. Everybody had to volunteer to do something cleaning wise before they left, because you leave no trace behind, right? You don't leave a place a mess. So I got all my duties done really fast, and I was ready to get the heck out of there. And it wasn't because I didn't have a good time. I was as Faith would say, I had no more spoons. There were no more spoons. They were spent. And I just had to get home. The downside of the retreat was the fact that I didn't get home until Sunday afternoon, and I had to go to work the very next day. And I had told Claire this, it was either last night or the night before, that I kind of wished I had called in. But I have a really hard time missing work. I do not like missing work, and I felt like I would feel guilty if I called in because I was tired, because I was, at a retreat all weekend long, and I wasn't really sick. So I forced myself to go to work, and I did make it through the work week this week. I made it through. But I'm telling you guys, I did not crochet. I did not pick up a hook until it was, what's today, you guys? Friday, Wednesday night. And even Wednesday night, I only did like 2 of my husband's squares. That was it. And then last night, I only did 3 of my husband's squares. That was it. Because I was just so tired. And my husband even brought it up. He's like, you haven't crocheted at all this week. Are you feeling okay? And I'm like, honey, as good as that retreat was and as wonderful as it was, I'm just tired. I'm spent. I have nothing left in me. Like, I can barely get myself to go to work, come home, take care of the fur babies, take care of you all, get dinner done. I just want to sit here and do nothing and just watch TV with you. That's all I want to do. That is literally all I want to do, because I was exhausted. I was completely exhausted. I didn't feel like I was getting any energy until yesterday. Yesterday was the first day where I felt somewhat like myself. Today, I'm feeling a little bit more, I'm feeling better today. I feel like I'm 50% myself. I think by tomorrow, I'll be at 100% again. So, things that I learned that I want to share with you, because y'all know, I'm an autistic creator, and although I don't do as many autism videos, I do them. And I usually do them when I really have something that I think is something positive to share with you, something that I think you can take and put in your tool belt, as they say, something that you might be able to use, maybe something that may help you. Because when I learn something valuable that's going to help me be a healthier version of myself, I like to share it, because somebody out there may need a little help, like I needed a little help. So here's some of my takeaways from the retreat. First, these are the positives. Absolutely, putting myself out of my comfort zone, breaking out of my shell a little bit, and putting myself in a position where I had to kind of socialize was definitely a growing opportunity for me, and it helped me a lot. It helped me learn that sometimes you don't really have to talk. Sometimes you can just sit back and be the listener in the room, but you're still part of the group. And you are participating in the group activity, even though you're not speaking a lot. And it's perfectly okay to do that. People actually don't mind. And if you're feeling awkward, it's okay just to kind of chill and just relax. So that took some pressure off of me. And then when I felt like I had something that I had to share, that I could share, then I shared it. So that was one of the takeaways. Another takeaway is that although I did meet my challenge and I met my goal, I kind of overdid it because I was exhausted when I got home and I had nothing left in me. That was something that was a negative, and it's something that I did to myself. So I learned that next year I will bring my yarn, and during break times I will go somewhere and crochet, but I may ask someone, hey, you want to come sit with me while I crochet and we can chat, we can visit? That's what I'm going to do next year. So I'm learning how to still be able to do some events, but take care of my needs at the same time. I really grew a lot during this year's retreat. I really did. Another takeaway that I had is that it is okay to put yourself out there a little bit, even though you're feeling vulnerable. And if somebody doesn't like you and they kind of shy away from you, it's okay. I don't have to feel rejected. It's okay. Not everybody is going to like you. Not everybody is going to feel like they connect with you. And it's 100% okay. It doesn't diminish me as a person at all. It doesn't. And I can still show that person kindness. Now, was anyone really rude to me? Absolutely not. Nobody was rude. I just want to let you know that right there. But, you just don't always connect with everybody. And it's okay. Another thing I learned is I should have brought my noise canceling headphones. The lodge was very, very echoey, and I learned that in the real world, not everything can be catered to your sensory issues. Okay, not accommodations are not always able to happen. And I'm learning to accept that and that it's okay. But I need to be prepared for situations so that I can make accommodations for myself and advocate for myself. And one of those things is to bring noise canceling earbuds. I had some, but did I bring them? No, I forgot to bring them. So next time I will be more prepared and I'll have them, because it does help, especially with the echoing. And when you've got like 20, 25 women all in a room that echoes and they're all having their little group, little conversations all through the room, y'all, it was sensory nightmare. It really was. And so I was so thankful the kitchen was there, and I was so thankful there was things that had to be done so I could go and I could hide for just a couple minutes. Anyway, so those are the things and those are the takeaways that I learned that I wanted to share with you. And my husband and my friend Liz really encouraged me to break out of my shell a little bit and do game night and stay up a little later than I normally do, and tried to socialize a little bit more than I did last year. And I met the challenge and I met my goal, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm glad that they encouraged me to do that, because I learned a lot about myself and I learned a lot about other people. And learning a lot about other people is really important, because I don't understand people in a lot of ways, and I don't understand social dynamics very well. And so because I was there and didn't hide in my room, I got to actually, while I was playing a game, I got to sit back a little bit and kind of watch people and see how they interact. And I laughed a lot playing golf. It wasn't just me and Lorraine. The next night we had several women that joined in, and I was a little nervous at first, but y'all, I laughed so much that my cheeks physically hurt, and my cheeks were physically sore the next day because I was laughing so much during that game. I really had a good time. So that is it about the retreat. I want to thank Claire for all of the videos that she does on her channel, and sharing her experiences in going to going places away from home, and going to events and going places with her friends. Because she shared her experiences, it kind of gave me, actually it didn't kind of, it did, it gave me the courage to actually go out of my comfort zone and try to be more social with people. I thought to myself, if Claire can do it, then I can do it. And so, Claire, thank you. Please, please continue to put out those videos, because you're touching lives, and you're making a difference. You're making a difference in ways that I don't think you realize you are. You're touching people in ways that I don't think you realize you are. And you're helping people in many ways. So I just want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing your port chats. Keep doing your port chats. Keep doing your subject, your specific subject type videos that you do that center around autism and neurotypicals, because I'm telling you, you're making a difference. All right, you guys, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my my take on the retreat and my experience on the retreat, and I hope what I learned over that weekend is maybe going to help somebody out there, and maybe give you the courage to go to a place where there's people, when you normally would, stick to yourself and stick to your home environment like a true introvert. And I'm an extreme introvert. I could stay in this cabin every day and not socialize at all and be perfectly fine. Well, in my head, I'd be perfectly fine. So, I say all that to say, just start small. Start small. I started small. This retreat was a big one for me. This was big. This was really big for me. And the fact that I left my yarn at home, I'm bringing my yarn next year, was definitely a huge challenge for me, but I'm glad I did it, because I got to learn a lot about myself and a lot about other people. So start small, and then when you feel up to it and you are ready to go to a more crowded event type social situation, bring someone that you trust, that you really trust, someone that really understands your needs with you, who can be there with you to help you. And I guarantee you things will turn out just fine. They'll turn out just, you may be exhausted and you may have to have some downtime for a couple of days like I did. But you'll be okay. All right. That's it, you guys. Y'all have a good night. I love y'all. Thank you all so much for your support and your encouraging words. We have a wonderful community here, and I appreciate every single one of you. Always remember, what do I say? Always remember, dare to be you, dare to be different. Love from Montana. Bye, everybody.